Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Yasodhanandanam Raja Janarana Yasodhanandanam Raja Janarana Yamuna Tira Vala Chari Yamuna Tira Vala Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Sodanandana Braja Janarandana Yasodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Yasodhanandana Braja Janarana Yasodhanandana Braja Janarana Yasodhanandana Braja Janarana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Tera Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Radha Shama Sundara Shri Radhe. Jaya Lalita Visakha Lalita Visakha Lalita Visakha Jaya Lalita Visakha. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Shitanath Premanande. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Shrimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Tane Prabhupada Sasahityam Yapakasha Vitiracha Pacharan Kirvanshalu Pati Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyanangyana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Serupang Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadotam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dheerabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanispari Visabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Balaram Purnima Ke. Today is one of the best days here in Vrindavan. Every day is a good day here, but especially today. Srila Prabhupada has established this Krishna Balaram Mandir, and it is well known all over the world for having our main deity as Krishna Balaram. Wherever I go, traveling many places all over the world, the main deities that are located in the main center, they are the main deities. So like Atlanta, what's the main deities in Atlanta? Gornitai. How is that? First Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, then Gornitai, then Madan Mohan. Prabhupada was there as well. But he says, I think your temple is the best. But for Prabhupada, every temple is the best. As long as we're trying our best to serve their lordships without any self-interest, without any motivation for our own benefit. In San Francisco, the main deities are Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. How is that? New Jagannath Puri. Yes. And many temples, Radha Krishna. But our temple is very rare, and many temples are also following in the footsteps of Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir. There is a Krishna Balaram temple also in Bonaki, in Mauritius. And the main deities are Krishna and Balaram. Or in New Mayapur, is that correct? Anyone been there? Is that correct? Krishna Balaram also? Yes. So, Krishna Balaram, this is their home. And this is the home of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada says, Mayapur is my place of worship, Mumbai is my office, and Vrindavan is my home. And since Srila Prabhupada is our father, he is our founder, Acharya, and therefore all ISKCON devotees, this is also your home. There is no place like home. Home, sweet home. Or they will say in India, Om, sweet Om. There is no place like home. Everyone who comes here, they feel like at home because this is the residence of Krishna Balaram. Of course, they stayed here for some time before going to Nandagram. Yes? There's a deity also. Two deities of Krishna and Balaram over there. And Balaram ji, he is the first expansion of Lord Krishna. According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, the appearance of Lord Krishna being the 8th son of Mother Devaki, Balaram came first. He is 15 days older than Lord Krishna. And according to the Acharyas, he stayed 14 months within the womb of his mother. 7 months in the womb of Mother Devaki, but then he was transferred Lord Krishna commissioned Yogamaya to transfer Baladev to the womb of one of the wives of Vasudeva because of fear of having Rohini also will be harmed by Kangsha. So she was transferred to Gokul, incognito. That means not known. Incognito means not visible practically, not known. And before Balaram's appearance, there were the 6 sons of Kalanemi. Is that right? Yeah? You know? Or Marichi. Marichi. Who's reading here? Marichi. Yes? Of course. But these 6 sons representing the 6 enemies of the conditioned souls, before we can have darshan of Lord Krishna in person, even though Prabhupada was asked, "You see Krishna? Have you seen Krishna?" And he said, what did he say? "Yes, we see Krishna every day. 4:30 in the morning, very early in the morning, and during the whole day." But to really see Krishna and have interaction with Lord Krishna, we have to uproot all of the anarthas that we have, the 6 enemies. And that includes the mind. According to the scriptures, the 6 enemies are the different senses acquiring knowledge. Like the sense of taste, the sense of smelling, the sense of hearing, the sense of sight, the sense of touch, and the thoughts included, the way we think. So these 6 sons of Mother Devaki was killed by Kangsha, even though he knew that the 8th son will be the cause of his death. Mother Devaki is considered to be Bhakta avatar. She's a devotee. She's devotee incarnation. And somehow, to have Krishna be born, so Lord Balaram has cleaned up first the sitting place within the heart of Mother Devaki. Because Krishna, he was born not of just like general copulation between a man and a woman in the material world. Lord Krishna took birth from within the heart, transferred to the mind, purified heart, of course, Visuddha Sattva or Suddha Sattva, pure goodness, the heart of Vasudeva towards to the heart of Devaki. This is very mysterious. Just like also we've heard in the Christian religion, Jesus took birth and his mother still named as Virgin Mary. It's not mundane birth like we see at all times. So, how is it? These 6 sons actually are considered to be in the Jiva Tattva. That means they are not Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva, that means they are none different than the Supreme Lord Himself. Like the different incarnations, but sometimes different incarnations as well, they are in Jiva Tattva. Shaktyavesh avatar, like Srila Prabhupada is in the Jiva Tattva. However, how is it, a question may be asked, how is it that first there were the 6 sons who were in the Jiva Tattva entered the womb of Mother Devaki, whose heart is completely pure? It's a good question, isn't it? Because no one can serve the Supreme Lord unless he is completely pure. Or Prabhupada would say, no one can go to the sun planet unless his body also comprised of that body that can hold the heat in the sun planet. So how is that? An explanation may be given. The Acharya says that just like at the time of Pralaya, final devastation, time is eternal, but there is the partial devastation. Every time that Lord Brahma will sleep, there is a partial devastation, but there is complete devastation whereby all of us will enter into the body of Mahavishnu, Karnadakashaya Vishnu. So how is that? That means if we enter into the body of Mahavishnu or Karnadakashaya Vishnu, we become liberated? No. Matstani sarvabhutani. That Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, everyone is within me, but I am not in them. Yes. So these 6 sons prepare the appearance of Lord Balaram, who prepares that appearance for Lord Krishna. So Balaram in the Srimad Bhagavatam has many names. From the 10th canto, chapter 2, text 13, it says, Garbha sankarshanatam vai, prahu sankarshanam bhubhi, rameti loka ramanad balabhadram balochrayat. The son of Rohini will also be celebrated as Sankarshan. Because of being sent from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, he will be called Rama because of his ability to please all the inhabitants of Gokul. And he will be known as Balabhadra because of his extensive physical strength. So again, we go back again to that. How is it that Srila Prabhupada established this temple being known as Krishna Balaram Mandir? One of the reasons is that we are in Raman Reti. Oh, there are 2 Raman Retis. One in Gokul and one here. Raman Reti means silvery sands. One god sister of mine, she gave me a Raman Reti dust of Raman Reti. I don't know if you can still see the silvery sand here. Can you still see? Maybe not. It's been covered up, isn't it? A few years ago, there's the Krishna Balaram tree also over there in the Parikrama Marg. And devotees, they used to sleep under that Krishna Balaram tree. The Krishna Balaram tree, I've seen it myself. There is the main tree, and then on the top, it became white. Krishna and Balaram. And one devotee says that during those days, maybe early 80s, there are at least 30 to 40 peacocks on that tree, roaming around this area. But because now Vrindavan has been exploited in a sense, many would like to have and have that interest to make money. It would have been nice if it is not exploited, Vrindavan as it is. But as time goes by, Vrindavan will become deteriorated externally. And the only thing that will remain is the dust, Vrindavan dust. There's another Raman Reti in Gokul, and devotees used to play over there. They will roll on the ground, and sometimes they will throw each other a handful or 2 handfuls of dust. And mystically, if you're been done like that with your devotee friend, there is no way that you will go like this. I've never seen devotees going like this. Unlike, maybe in Delhi, if someone threw you some sand, then, you'll go to the hospital. So one of the reasons why Krishna Balaram Mandir established, but specifically, Srila Prabhupada established Krishna Balaram Mandir to show to the whole world that Krishna and Balaram is none different than Gaura-Nitai, or Gaura-Nitai is none different than Krishna and Balaram. Brajendra Nandanaye Sachisuta Hoilo se Balaram Hoilo-Nitai. So, Balaram is known as Sankarsan, Balarama, or sometimes Rama. In the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. People sometimes object. Rama is accepted as Balarama. But although devotees of Lord Ram may object, they should know that there is no difference between Balaram and Lord Rama. The Shastra says also there is no difference between Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Ramachandra, and Lord Nrsimhadev. No difference. The potency are all equal. But Krishna is tu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the origin of everyone. Here, Srimad Bhagavatam clearly states that Balarama is also known as Rama, Rameti. Therefore, it is not artificial for us to speak of Lord Balaram as Lord Rama. Jayadev Goswami also speaks of 3 Ramas: Parasuram, Ramachandra, Raghupati Ram, and Balaram. All of them are Ramas. One time there was a discussion whether Prabhupada's disciples, one is saying, oh yes, that Rama is Balaram, and the other is saying, no, that is Ramachandra. So they went to see Prabhupada, but before that they went to see Tamakrishna Goswami. And he himself not able to make the final decision whether that Rama in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Balaram or Ramachandra. So they went to Prabhupada. And Tamakrishna Maharaj says to Prabhupada, this devotee is saying that Rama is Lord Ramachandra in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then Prabhupada says, yes, that is correct. And then he says, well, this devotee is saying that Rama is Lord Balaram. Prabhupada says, that is correct. So which one is correct? Ramachandra or Balaram? Then Prabhupada says, you decide which one. But ultimately it is the same. There is no difference. So Rama means the source of all pleasure. The source of all pleasure. So when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, O energy of the Lord, Shrimati Radharani, Hara, the invocative address to Shrimati Radharani, Hare, Radhe, please engage me in the service of Krishna and Rama. He is the source of all pleasure. Everyone is seeking pleasure in this world. Unfortunately, they don't know how to find, and therefore the devotees, they go out and tell the whole world that by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, honoring prasadam, and association with the devotees, one can become fully happy. All the times, not only in the weekends, every day, and unlimitedly, always be increasing. So, the color of Lord Balaram is that of crystal white. If you go to Govardhan, you do Govardhan Parikrama, you will see different colors of Giriraj. Sometimes brownish, sometimes golden, sometimes dark, very dark color, and sometimes whitish crystal. So Lord Balaram's color is that also of the full moon night, Purnima. It's like this evening, if we have the chance, because it is cloudy, it is overcast, we may not see, but fortunately, if we have that fortune, we'll have the darshan of Chandra. And this is the color of Lord Ramachandra, Lord Balaram. Yes. So Lord Balaram, he is the elder brother, but sometimes he is younger than Lord Krishna. They're always together by Bhav Prakash and Swayam Prakash, the first expansion of the Supreme Lord. In the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, Balaram appeared as Lakshman, younger. In the pastimes of Lord Krishna, Balaram is older, and in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda is elder. And he's always, his mood is that of service. He is the Sevak Bhagavan. His role, even though he is none different than the Supreme Lord, is that he always wants to help or serve, protect Lord Krishna. Usually, this is the mood of the elders towards the juniors. And Lord Balaram, he manifests himself in such a way that he's able to serve Lord Krishna in the 5 major rasas. In Madhurya Ras, he is Ananga Manjari, the younger sister of Shrimati Radharani. But mostly his mood is that of Sakya Ras, friendship with Lord Krishna. As parental, yes, because he wanted always to protect Lord Krishna. This is the duty of the parents, to protect and give shelter for the welfare of the children. So Lord Balaram is like that. Yes, Prabhupada says there's no difference between Krishna and Balaram. The only difference is the color. The color of Lord Krishna is that a bluish black, just like monsoon rain cloud, or the tamal tree, or the color of the neck of the peacock. Right now, almost very, very dark. That's the color of Lord Krishna. And Lord Balaram always not just protect, but he respects so much Lord Krishna that in Govardhan, if he sees there's a row of golden Govardhan Shila, he will conclude immediately that Srimati Radharani passed this way. So he will turn into a different direction, so as not to follow where Radharani went. And similarly, Srimati Radharani will do the same thing. She will find some crystal white Govardhan Shila, and she will also turn in a different direction. It's a matter of etiquette. It's a matter of respect. And therefore, our institution is also a culture of respect and love. It doesn't matter whether you love someone or you don't have love for that person. Respect should be always there. I remember one of the instructions given to me by my Guru Maharaj is always be respectful. If you don't respect others, that means you also don't respect yourself. And how can you attain love of God if there is no respect? You may not like the other person, but respect should be there as well. As even Prabhupada says, even to the Mayavadis, we should offer respect. But that doesn't mean we should adhere to their ideologies or to their thoughts and philosophy. So Lord Balaram is like this. Lord Balaram is the Adi Guru. He is the original spiritual master. Like Lord Nityananda, his expansion, the expansion of Lord Nityananda is from Lord Balaram. When we say Guru is one, this is what it means, because there are many spiritual masters according to Chaitanya Charitamrita. There are the Diksha Gurus. Just like right now in our institution, even the disciples of the present Gurus, direct disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they will also may take the service of being a Guru. It is a service, but a Guru, Diksha Guru, or Siksha Guru, another thing, Siksha Guru, they are equal. Now, being a Siksha Guru is not a simple thing. It's not an ordinary thing. A Siksha Guru also must be liberated. He has to be. Otherwise, how can he give shelter? Or how can he help others to make advancement in Krishna consciousness? According to Srila Prabhupada, usually the Siksha Guru becomes the Diksha Guru. We can only have one Diksha Guru, but we can have unlimited Siksha Gurus. There is also the Vartma Pradakshina Guru, the one who first introduced us to Krishna consciousness. Now, he may not be liberated, a liberated soul. But if he follows and only speak what he heard from his spiritual master, or from Srila Prabhupada, or repeating what he heard from the books of Srila Prabhupada, he can also tell others to follow the proper way how to make advancement in Krishna consciousness by introducing. It's like Bhartma Pradakshina Guru is like, for example, a book distributor who is still struggling to follow the sadhana, the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, still trying to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra purely. But he can tell others Please chant Hare Krishna. Here, take a book. And when we tell others about, hey, this is a book, and please chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and if he follows that instruction, then his path, doorway to go back home, back to Godhead, is widely open. Even though in the beginning we don't tell immediately, hey, you have to follow these 4 regulative principles and chant 16 rounds. Usually we say, just chant even 1 round. So this is another type of spiritual master. Just like Balaram, his main thoughts are always 24 hours how to serve Lord Krishna, and setting the example for us, because he is the Adi Guru, we should also follow in his footsteps. We should follow in his footsteps. But when we serve the Guru, there should not be any pretension. What does that mean, Maharaj? That means we should not have that tendency, even though this is one of the 4 defects of the conditioned souls. We should not wanting to cheat the Guru, the spiritual master. Because if we are wanting to cheat, then we're not be able to cheat him. It's like no one can cheat Krishna. If we are on that level of thoughts that, hey, I think I would like to have an easy way out. I want to make progress, but I don't want to perform any austerities. We are not cheating the Guru or the Supreme Lord. Who are we cheating? Ourselves. And if you are cheating ourselves, then more likely there will be a tendency that we will become offensive. This is the last thing that we cannot afford to do it. To make Vaishnava parad. It should not be there. But where does aparad comes from? First, it comes to the thought and being envious. In Bhakti, this is the only quality that we cannot apply. We can apply lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, but not envy. And Srila Prabhupada says, the whole world is envious of each other. And the materialists, they are also envious of the devotees, seeing us very happy, always, even early in the morning and during the whole day. But are the devotees envious of the materialist? Yes or no? Silence means yes. Okay. How about the devotees? Are they also envious of another devotee? Sometimes. Sometimes. So how can we have Krishna be in our heart? Even though Krishna as Paramatma is within the hearts of everyone. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a statement that a pure devotee, he sees Krishna within his heart, not as Paramatma. He sees Krishna within his heart as two-armed form. And he sees within his heart the whole of Vrindavan. That's why he says that whenever and wherever a pure devotee travels, he carries Vrindavan with him. Like Srila Prabhupada. Even though he says, I am feeling separation from Vrindavan. This was in New York City. He was meditating in Vrindavan. So once you felt separation from Vrindavan, that means you are in Vrindavan. Because you're always thinking of Vrindavan. And during my travels, not many devotees are able to come to Vrindavan for some reason or another. It's very difficult for them. I've heard in Russia only 12% of the devotees can come to Vrindavan, can come to India. They're not so fortunate like us. So, however, one can develop the Vrindavan mood, provided we follow Prabhupada's instructions. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, one can go back home, back to Godhead, doing only two things. Constantly chant the holy name of the Lord, and not to criticize any devotees. So there may be a tendency to criticize or blaspheme for a neophyte devotee. And that means we will not be able to get the mercy of Lord Balaram. We need the mercy of Lord Balaram to enter Vrindavan. As we mentioned here, Lord Balaram, one of his names is, Balaram. That means Bala, strength, spiritual strength. Like sometimes our brahmacharis, you may see them skinny. In the material world, strength means you have a big muscle. Stout. But then sometimes when they come to Vrindavan, when they come to the Holy Dham, they'll feel ill. They'll get sick. So where is their strength now? Some of our devotees, they are not so stout, not so big. I've seen one brahmachari, he eats a lot, but he doesn't get big. But he has a lot of strength. He has a lot of energy. He can be active, serving the whole day, 24 hours. This is what we need, spiritual strength. When we have that spiritual strength, then we can go on with our practice of devotional service. And hopefully one day we'll be blessed by Lord Balaram to enter into Vrindavan. That means when we also receive the mercy of our spiritual master, who is a representative of Lord Balaram. So without pleasing our spiritual master, how can we please the 6 Goswamis? Without pleasing the 6 Goswamis, how can we please Lord Nityananda? Without pleasing Lord Nityananda, how can we please Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And without pleasing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how can we please Radhesham? Or for that matter, how can we please our Guru Maharaj? We have to please the Vaishnavas. What do you mean by pleasing, Maharaj? Pleasing means, again, be respectful, follow, try to serve them. Serving them menially. Either you're a very senior devotee, a Prabhupada disciple, sannyasi, how can you serve the juniors? By giving them advice, direction, helping them grow up in Krishna consciousness. And the juniors, vice versa, they can serve and please the seniors, again, by assisting them, giving them, asking them questions. how to make advancement in Krishna consciousness, following their instructions. And in the same way, both those who are in the same level, they can help each other grow in Krishna consciousness. So, I don't have much time now because we are saving the best for the last. Pancha Gauda Prabhu. But let us all pray today. This is the best, as I've said earlier, this is one of the best days of the year. In the sense that we should pray to Lord Balaram to shower His mercy, His blessings upon us, so that we may be able to continue our practice of devotional service. Lord Balaram, please help us to have faith in the holy name, not to commit any offenses. There are many offenses. Seva aparad, while serving the Lord in His Archa Vigraha form. There is Dhamma aparad. That means even while here in Vrindavan, Vrindavan can make us grow exponentially in Krishna consciousness, but it can also be, we can also degrade ourselves being in the holy dham. So both ways, so we have to be careful. And that's why Srila Prabhupada says, don't go outside of the four walls of Krishna Balaram Mandir. We don't have to search anywhere, where is Krishna and Radhe? Or Krishna and Balaram? Or Gora and Nitai? We go for parikrama. We go to many holy places, but we don't hear outside. This is number one. Prabhupada even says he warned his disciples not to hear from his own God brothers. Because if you hear something different from what I'm saying, I told you, then you may be confused. So it doesn't matter how popular a sadhu or a holy man in Vrindavan, because in Vrindavan there is so many kathas going on. There is so many professional kathakars as well. And I was just reading, be careful, don't read outside. But sometimes I will check about this sadhu. And he was saying that all the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they're all expansion of Lord Balaram. How is that? Vrindavan is an expansion of the energy of Lord Balaram. But we never heard from Srila Prabhupada saying that the inhabitants of Vrindavan, the Brajavasis, during Lord Krishna's time, 5,000 years ago, they're all expansion of Lord Balaram. That's Mayavad. We're all individual souls. Yes, we all came from Lord Krishna, but we are not Krishna. That means what he's saying is that these inhabitants of Vrindavan, they're all Balaram. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. Please be very careful. And he's one of the most popular person in Vrindavan. I was surprised. He's a complete Mayavadi. And Mayavadis are worse than an atheist. An atheist doesn't believe in God. There is God, but he doesn't believe. But an impersonalist, Mayavadi, that means there is no God and we're all God. The most dangerous that you will hear. And if you're not so sharp, if you somehow you are wanting to hear outside and you are not so sharp, you will be doomed. We don't want this to happen to all of us. Okay? It's just a warning. And hopefully, we all go back to Godhead in this lifetime by the mercy of Lord Balaram Ki Jai! Vidaigo Sitana Pramanande! Hari Om Tat Sat. Questions you may ask our dear President, Pancha Gauda Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Balaram K. Hari Hari.
You said everything already.
No. He can say some of the pastimes. There's so many pastimes.
They're up my head.
Take it.
Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya. Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha-raman Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha-raman Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jai Radha Shama Sundaradha, Shama Sundaradhi. Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhi. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Go Haribo, 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 Nitai Go Haribo. Shri Balaram Jayanti Ki. Om Jnanatirmarandasya Gyananjana Shravakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Balaram Appearance Day Ki Jai. So, it's a beautiful day for hearing and chanting, remembering Krishna and Balaram. Krishna is very kind. He has his eternal existence in the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. And for us rebellious souls who want to imitate Krishna, we come to this material world, Devi Dham. It's a place where we get unlimited numbers of bodies, unlimited numbers of opportunities to try to become happy and enjoy somehow being the center of attention. That tendency is there, that being number one, or being the enjoyer. Even though man wants to enjoy, woman wants to enjoy, we're all Prakriti, actually. Because in the darkness, we can't see anything. But when the sun comes out, we can see the sun, and we can see all that we could not see in the darkness. So in order to enlighten us, or to give us this awakening, to wake up sleeping souls, we're sleeping in the lap of the witch called Maya, illusion. Krishna descends to this world again and again. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Repeatedly. And at this time, the earth was overburdened by demonic forces. As we can see all around us, the demons, what do? They're maintaining slaughterhouses, killing mother cow, taking milk, but foolishly not understanding that they're killing themselves. Isn't it? That prashugna, or the atmaha, the killer of the self. So Krishna is appearing, and he's bringing Vasudeva, Devaki, Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, and Krishna in the form of Balaram. So Krishna and Balaram non-different, just the color may be different. Just like sometimes a judge may act in a certain way in the court, and people may, relate to him in a certain way, but maybe at home he may have a different demeanor. So Krishna has so much variety, unlimited variety. Just see the variety of colors, the variety of smells and flavors, the variety of fruits, the variety of everything in life. Without variety, it's become boring and dull. I think back in the 60s, it was only black and white TV. Who remembers black and white TV? Yes. And then after saying, color, add life to it. I think even they brought, what was that one? There was one TV show. But anyway, they made it all colorful, just to bring life to it. So Krishna, he comes in the form of Balaram. And Lord Balaram, Shesha, he's the creator he's the original Mahavishnu. He's the Karanodakshai Vishnu, the Vishnu that's breathing and emanating millions of universes. And then he expands himself as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And then beyond that as Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who's in that's where Brahma, Indra, Lord Shiva, and Mother Earth in the form of a cow, and all the demigods, they came to the milk ocean, the Kshira, right? The milk ocean. It says that Kshirodakshai Vishnu is the source of all incarnations. So when Krishna appeared, all the incarnations are manifest within him. Lord Vishnu, Lord Nrsingadev, Lord Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Lord Balaram is also Krishna himself. So to understand the Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, the Lord takes many forms. Again, variety, to exchange loving reciprocation with his devotees, to save his devotees who are in trouble. They're not in trouble, but it appears like that, to show us by example that Krishna's there, and if we surrender to him, then we have no more fear. What is the famous verse? Sarva dharman parityaja mamikang sharanang vraja. Isn't it? Surrender to Krishna, and I'll protect you from all fear and from all danger. So Lord Balaram, we heard, was the seventh pregnancy of Devaki by Vasudeva, transcendental, not mundane. And then Yogamaya was ordered by Krishna, you take Anantashesh, Balaram, not that Balaram couldn't himself do all these things. That Krishna could accomplish anything and everything. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. Just like somebody who's very, very powerful, snap of the finger, everything gets done. Doesn't have to do it himself. So Krishna is very powerful. It's transcendental. But for our understanding, Lord Baladev was transferred from Mother Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So Vasudeva is also the husband of Rohini. These pastimes are discussed by many acharyas in many, many different ways. So I like to stick to Krishna book and Bhagavatam because it can perplex the mind thinking, oh, it says that, this one was born in Gokul and there's we have tiny brains. We can't understand the spiritual, exalted nature of the Supreme Lord's appearance and activities. What to speak of the pure devotees' appearance and activities. So Lord Balaram, Krishna's performing pastimes, Lord Balaram's performing wonderful pastimes, and they're enacting loving exchanges with the cowherd boys. And everyone's looking for that kind of relationship in this world. In pursuit of happiness, we're looking to find that perfect situation where I can be happy, I can be satisfied. Just like Krishna has a mother and father, Lord Chaitanya loves his mother. We want to love our mother and father. You have brothers and sisters, whatnot. And then that loving exchange between friends and between parents and between lovers. All these relationships exist in the spiritual world. It's not that in a material world this desire to enjoy is something different than what is going on in the spiritual world, but in this world it's contaminated, perverted, and it's simply a reflection because we cannot achieve the happiness that we're looking for under material circumstances. So all the prayers that we're hearing, especially I was reading it for a few minutes because I figured, what am I going to say? So I had to sneak away and read a few minutes of Queen Kunti's prayers to Krishna, how she's appreciating, that Krishna, you have such a beautiful relationship with Arjuna, and also you saved Draupadi, her name is also Krishna, and she was praying that let me be free from the ties of the Vrishnis and also, the two families, but not when the family is transcendental. It's not the bodily ties. We want to get free from the bodily identification. And it wasn't that Krishna told Arjuna, okay, we understand, you're my friend, why don't you sit down in the chariot? Prabhupada makes many jokes that you sit down, just relax, smoke your ganja and just go to sleep, and I'll fight the battle for you in Kurukshetra, or, you don't have to do anything, just relax. No, actually, in Krishna consciousness, we teach how to divert our activities and our attention to serving Krishna, to loving Krishna. And our family should be centered around Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna is in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chahang hridisana vishto matat smriti jnanam apohanang cha. Krishna is giving guidance, knowledge, remembrance, intelligence. If we want to forget Krishna, we can expertly forget Krishna. Oh, this is all mythology. Devotees are all really crude people. They don't know how to, treat people properly. And I don't like this kind of atmosphere. I want to be free. I don't want to be confined or restricted or subjected to rules and regulations to govern my life. But when you're in a diseased condition and you're sick, you need to approach a doctor. So in the same way, atato brahma jignasa tad gurum eva bigachit I forgot the word. Tad viganatam sagurum eva gachit. That one must approach the spiritual master, and the spiritual master is non-different than Krishna. Krishna is the original teacher of the Vedas. He gave the Vedas to Brahma, and the Brahma's singing the Vedic literatures, repeating Krishna's transcendental words, and he's giving this Vedic knowledge to Lord, or to Sri Narada Dev, Narada to Vyasa Dev, and through Guru Parampara, through chain of disciplic succession, there are many sampradayas, there are living entities, because Krishna and Yogamaya came into this world simultaneously. There are many temples of Krishna and many temples of Devi. Sometimes they're worshipped separately, sometimes even together they're worshipped. And there is the Shakti and the Shaktiman. Krishna, he's the energetic, and we are the energy. So the energy is to serve the energetic. So although there are many demigods and also many forms of Yoga Maya in order to fulfill the desires of the worshippers, even the gopis showed the ultimate by worshipping Katyayani to have Krishna as their husband. So this is the proper type of worship to understand that there's nothing in this material world that even the demigods, when we were hearing about Banasura the other day in Srimad Bhagavatam class, how Lord Shiva was the protector of the city. I mean, Lord Shiva, he's Krishna. He's Krishna in the form of the father of this material world. And Krishna, and of course, it's like milk turned into yogurt. Yogurt is milk, but it's not milk. It has a different purpose. So the worship that Lord Shiva was protecting, but when Krishna came to perform his Leela and pastimes, everyone surrendered. And we're fortunate, as Maharaj said, there are many who are giving misinformation or direction. When Srila Prabhupada, in 1975, in New Dwarka, he heard that the devotees were eager to understand the intimate teachings of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and then they formed a Gopi club. And although when one is neophyte, to try to understand what is that loving relationship between Krishna and the gopis, Rasa Leela, and this Raganuga, Radhatmika, a level of worshiping Krishna spontaneously with no rules and regulations, Prabhupada became very upset. He said, this will ruin everything, that one should not jump artificially. Everything is systematic. The doctor is giving prescription, you take this medicine, you follow this regimen, you avoid these things. And if you do it carefully, the doctors are always conscientious that how to give the health, restore the health, but it doesn't happen immediately. We need enthusiasm, determination, and patience, but also we have to follow all the steps. We can't jump from rung 1 and 2 up to the very top artificially. So Srila Prabhupada in 1970, or I don't know, 69 or 70, the Krishna book was made available because ultimately Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for giving people the highest understanding, the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? To serve God. How to serve God? What is that relationship? What is that? Abhideya, Prayojana. That one has to cultivate a relationship with Krishna, serve the spiritual master, and that natural love that's within will awaken spontaneously and automatically. And we should strive to advance. And it all begins with faith, Shraddha, isn't it? We have faith when we hear about Krishna through the authorities, through Krishna book and Srimad Bhagavatam, and the intricacies of the creation and the whole material nature is very, very scientific and very deep and intricate. So Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Purana, the topmost literature to awaken us to our original God consciousness. And systematically, the spiritual master teaching one how to live in the ashram or live with the devotees in Vedic times, the students would study under the care of the spiritual master. Krishna and Balaram went to Ujjain, Avanti, and they studied under Sandipani Muni. We have even our Sandipani Muni school here. So the idea of the spiritual master giving guidance, giving instructions, and learning the principles that in the purpose of life. And then as one finishes his schooling, he can continue. But many, because we're in this material world and we want to have relationships, many do get married, have children, have family. But there's also a guidance for not only brahmachari, for the grihastha, for vanaprastha, sannyasi. So animals, they don't follow rules and regulations. Like, if it's a red light, the animal crosses, who's going to say anything, right? But if you break the law, here they do it, but in the West they'll arrest you or something, police will pull you over. There's no rules and regulations, sorry to say here. But the idea is that we have rules and regulations which govern us, and by following the instruction of the spiritual master and taking this guidance, we can awaken our love for Krishna. And despite any dissatisfaction or even mishaps, yesterday we were having a meeting and Maharaj was late, and we're thinking, why Maharaj is late? He had an accident on the roads. Somebody just spaced out and ran right into him and, almost broke his leg. He could show you, he's got injuries. So this is the material world. It's full of distractions. We're always being distracted by the mind and by the senses. We've been serving the mind and senses for many, many lifetimes. Finally, we get the human form of life. In the human form of life, we should utilize it for the purpose of searching out the absolute truth. And what is the absolute truth? Surrender to Guru, inquire submissively, render service. What is the Srimad Bhagavatam? Emperor Parikshit, the great ruler of the whole world, was cursed to die within 7 days. So he's on the bank of the Ganges, and so many are gathering from all over, all the great sages, even Vyasadeva, Narada Muni, many, many demigods. They all came, they understood that something very, very significant is going to take place, because the emperor of the whole world, Maharaj Parikshit, he is now renouncing beautiful wife, family, unlimited wealth and riches, kingdom, power. Like the 6 Goswamis, they had so much power, so much wealth. They renounced it, like it's insignificant. What's the use of it? Even association of so-called big men, the philosophers, scientists, they renounced them. Only take association of devotees. So Krishna sent Shukadeva Goswami, and when Shukadeva Goswami heard the beautiful questions of Parikshit Maharaj, asking so many questions, also about Krishna. What dynasty will Krishna be born? What are his activities in Vrindavan? What are his activities in Mathura? What are his activities in Dwarka? How many queens he'll have? And so much discussion is there. I think the other day we were also talking about Usha, having a crush on Pradyumna, and somehow Pradyumna was brought to Usha, and someone said there's only a few days left. That was in Parikshit Maharaj's time left in this world, and it seems like a mundane affair. But any pastimes of Krishna are transcendental. And we have to understand them in the proper context. We have to understand how, by inquiring, the spiritual master becomes enlivened. Shukadeva Goswami became very enlivened by this. Why? Because he had an opportunity to glorify Krishna, to glorify Lord Balaram, to glorify the whole Leela of Krishna's appearance in this world, which takes place not only in this universe, but in every universe, continuously going on. Who can imagine, first of all, the unlimited universes emanating from the body of Shesha, Balaram, Mahavishnu. He's creating unlimited spheres of universes with unlimited living entities who are struggling to enjoy in this material world. But then to be fortunate enough, instead of blinded by Maya, blinded by illusion, lost in a lost world with no direction, no guidance. You know, when someone doesn't have parents, when someone doesn't have a guardian, he's like an orphan. You know, they feel unloved, uncared for. So in one sense, we're lost in this material world, although we have our mother, father, and we have our nation, and we have our ideas of happiness, but none of it really exists because it's all temporary. What's going to happen? Birth, old age, disease, and death. Very quickly it all goes by. Before you know it, flash. You know, we have some older people. Toshan, how old are you now? 72? You're eternal, I know that, but in this body. You know, so 50 years ago, he's serving Prabhupada. 50 plus years later, it just went by in a flash. You go to sleep at night, you wake up in the morning, where'd the time go? So time is very precious, this is what Kunti was expressing, Parikshit Maharaj was feeling, that time is very, very valuable. One should not waste time, because the miseries, everyone knows they're there. You have to work hard. You know, like, you ever seen the horses or donkeys pulling big, big loads? They got foam in the mouth and they're delirious. So in this material world, there's a struggle to survive. You know, once you have that wife, children, home, car, necessities, you have to work really hard just to eat, just to survive, just to live in this world. Everyone has to struggle. Prabhupada would say, sometimes our neighbors in Los Angeles are jealous and envious. They think, well, you don't even work. You have so many nice cars and so much going on there. Well, please come and join us. No. I'm busy working. I'm too busy. So everyone is busy in this material world. But by their busyness, they're buying a ticket to hell. Because we're implicated in sinful activities at every step. Sometimes you're walking, you see little bugs, you don't want to step on them, but inevitably you're breathing, you're cooking, you're walking. And what to speak of the foolish persons who are slaughtering innocent animals, what to speak of mother cow, slaughtering babies in the womb. And now the education that the youth are getting is through all the video games, and basically most of them are, slaughtering demons or slaughtering people. It's with guns and bombs, and this is the modern society we live in, full of bombs. The great scientists have come with all the scientists' energy and time and money after research and playing with cancerous chemicals. They finally came up with an atomic weapon that will explode and kill millions of people at one shot. Bravo, But what about life? What about giving people eternal life? Someone's dead, bring them to life. So we're giving people a real chance for life, spiritual life. And Balaram, there are many pastimes. The Dhanuka was at Talavan forest. There were a lot of fruits in Talavan, and all the cowherd boys were feeling great anxiety that the fruits are ripe. Can't you smell them? The breeze is blowing, and Krishna, Balaram, all the cowherd boys are near the Talavan forest, and they say, Krishna, Balaram, there's one demon there, Dhanuka, he won't let us have these fruits, or no one can even go there, not even the animals will go there. And Krishna and Balaram were listening and appreciating the friendly request of all the cowherd boys. So Balaram went and immediately shook the tree, and all these fruits are coming down. And Dhanuka thought, wow, who has the nerve to do such a thing? Immediately with his ass form comes running, and what do? Usually they kick from behind. If you watch those nature shows, the lions are jumping, but they kick them from behind. They can't get them. So the Dhanuka comes with his 2 back hooves and kicks the chest of Balaram. Balaram thought, like a little nothing. He didn't respond the first time, but Dhanuka got really upset that was a pretty powerful kick. So he regained his strength and energy. He went back for a second kick. Balaram grabbed him by the legs, whirled him around till he became lifeless, threw him up in the tree, the tala trees. And the force was so powerful and the demon was so big that it crashed several other trees. Then all the good buddies of Dhanuka, they come charging. And Krishna and Balaram had a great time just killing all the demons and throwing them into the... So this is Krishna's... You think, whoa, these are incredible pastimes. And they're not just fictitious stories. Incredible activities are being performed by the Lord constantly, inconceivable to our tiny imaginations. And also that Pralamba, he disguised himself as a cowherd boy, came in the midst of all the other boys. They were playing a game. Whoever lost had to carry the other party on the back. So Pralamba, he thought Krishna's too tough. I'm going to go after Balaram. So they lost. Krishna and party lost. So Pralamba Sura put Balaram on his back and immediately started going away. And Balaram started getting heavier and heavier. And this Pralamba Sura, he exhibited his big, dark form with, very electrifying looking hair and eyes, and huge. And then Balaram's thinking, he's trying to take me away. With his fist, punch him in the head, down goes Pralamba Sura. And there are many beautiful stories in Krishna book. Although Krishna book is full of fascinating stories, the philosophy is so elevated and so to the point and so clear that any intelligent, genuine person who is looking for the truth can appreciate the essence of Krishna book, the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's one, just like Parikshit Maharaj, he was thrilled to have Shukadev Goswami to narrate the entire Bhagavatam, which is full of stories, analogies, the wonderful Herculean tasks that were being performed by the Supreme Lord, because the Lord is the most powerful, the most beautiful, the wisest, the most renounced, the most famous. Everyone's looking for those qualities. Everyone wants to be the most powerful. Everyone wants to be the richest. Everyone wants to be the most famous. Lord Chaitanya says, Nadanang, Najanang, Nasundaring, Kavitang Vajagadisha Kami. I don't want wealth. I don't want followers. I don't want glorification. Nadanang, Najanang, Nasundaring. That I don't want to just try to enjoy this material world. But I've fallen into this world of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of suffering and engage me as one of your eternal servants. So that we should capture the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarodapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. First of all, Chaito Darpana Marjanam. We want to clean the heart by chanting Krishna's holy name. Cleaning the heart so we can get the dust off and see who we really are. Jivera Swarupoy Krishnera Nitya Das. I'm an eternal servant of Krishna. I have no business in this material world. But how to do that? By being humble, by being tolerant, by being ready to offer respects to others. And then, even the whole Shikshashtaka, you can write volumes and volumes, and the Goswamis wrote volumes and volumes. Rupa Goswami wrote volumes of books about the process of devotional service. Sanatana Goswami wrote volumes of books about how to perform deity worship, how to respect Vaishnavas, how to serve, the mood, the mentality, the determination required in order to I mean, it takes a lot of determination to live in Vrindavan. A lot of austerity. Today, my friend Jai Krishna and I were walking for the Mangal Arti. Short distance on the Parikram path. Oh, you know, you've got motorcycles zooming by, horns beeping, rickshaws spinning in circles because they're not allowed certain places. And it's like madness, complete madness at times. But there's above and beyond the inconveniences and the hazards of living in Vrindavan. We see Maharaj had a little accident, and I'm sure there's accidents happening all day, every day, because it's a very material world is a place of suffering. Dukkaliyam ashashvatam. Temporary, miserable place full of suffering. So Balaram comes to perform wonderful transcendental activities. And also he came to Vrindavan. He also has his set of gopis. Krishna has his gopis, Balaram has his gopis, but Krishna is Balaram. So in one sense, every living entity is attracted to Krishna, but sometimes Krishna has different features and different emotions, so different gopis are attracted to Balaram in a different way. You know, but that we don't understand necessarily. And when he's performing the Leela of when who was it that took Lakshmana, Duryodhana's son, Samba? Was it Samba that took Lakshmana, Duryodhana's daughter? And then the Yadu dynasty was going to come, but Balaram said, no, I'll settle this. He went to Hastinapur, and he told them that you should surrender. I think, you know, that all the great warriors of the Kaurava dynasty, they teamed up together and captured Samba finally, who was fighting them, but he he kidnapped Lakshmana, and Balaram was trying to make peace negotiations, and then the Kuru dynasty, Duryodhana and party were very upset. Who is this Ugrasena and Krishna asking for us to bow down? They're like, you know, we allow them to use the royal emblem, and like we give them so much mercy, and Balaram just got really upset with all the nonsense the Kauravas were speaking, that with his favorite plow, he was dragging Hastinapur into the Ganges, and then everyone became totally freaked out. They all came running in humble, submissive, we're ready to do whatever, here they are, and Lakshmana, please take them. So, the Lord is always thinking of our welfare. The spiritual master, Shukadeva Goswami, Vyasadeva, Narada Muni, isn't it the great Mahajanas are thinking of our welfare. They perform superhuman, wonderful, transcendental pastimes to attract us back home, back to the spiritual world. They don't want us to stay here. What is that? Is this? Oh, okay. I thought it was birds. Yeah. So when you see how beautiful Krishna and Balaram are, Gaurnitai, Radhashama Sundar, when you can who can see such beauty? When you look at all these roses and flowers and lovely decorations, the love and thought behind organizing all that, every day we had a different wonderful display for the Julan Yatra, flowers and different themes. I think also today they're going to have a elephant procession, right? So Balaram is going to be on an elephant and brought here. Yeah, we worked it out. There's going to be a nice elephant. And when you hear the Kirtan, the love of the devotees, enthusiasm for chanting Krishna's holy name together, they're gearing up. They're ready. They're ready for that Kirtan. They can't wait for the Abhishek. When's that guy going to stop talking and get the thing going? So the Kirtan should be something that we should look forward to, that we want to participate in. And now, not only do we have all this going on, but we're going to have Krishna and Balaram, so that allow us to serve them, to bathe them with all the products of Gomata, isn't it? Milk, yogurt, ghee, also so much honey. Lord Balaram loves honey. And then you mix it all together, have beautiful Charnamrita. And who else we want to be around, hang out with? Mundane people talking politics, fighting over who's the next idiot president that's going to cause the next war. There's no guidance and no leadership. That's why the monarchy, the kings who are honored like God, like the guru is honored as God, so the kings were supposed to represent the authority and power of God. And so naturally all the citizens were worshiping, but because they became very self-interested, forgot about God, and only wanted to enjoy the kingdom for themselves, then it's abolished. Forget about it. So instead of monarchy, there's democracy. And all of them are thinking with a change of a new leader, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. It's not going to be okay. Material world is never going to be, is not fixable. You can't just glue it together and try to make it something work that's temporary and really unreal. The reality is in the spiritual world. So Balaram will be bathed, and devotees are chanting, and we're all sitting together. And then what happens after you have such a nice festival? Mahaprasade Govinde. That there's nice prasadam. And what is prasadam? It's the loving offering. Krishna doesn't need anything. Balaram doesn't need anything. He doesn't need our pakoras, kachoris, and sabjis, and varuni. Krishna is self-sufficient in every respect, but we have an opportunity. I'm sure the devotees are feverishly cooking in the festival kitchen, the deity kitchen, so much outpouring of love and devotion. It's an opportunity to engage our senses, and they'll use their feet to run quickly to make the offering on time, and their hands all cooking and preparing, and our eyes were seeing the beauty of Krishna Balaram Mandir. So this is Krishna's gifts. These are special treasures, and we should feel very, very fortunate that today's Lord Balaram's appearance day, and we're sitting in Balaram's home, Krishna Balaram Mandir. Prabhupada wanted to establish Krishna Balaram. There was no Krishna Balaram deities, so Prabhupada established, and he was very enlivened. The Sarabi was empowered to come up by Srila Prabhupada's guidance with such a beautiful temple, and so many beautiful temples, and how quickly the society started growing and developing. And Prabhupada was very pleased with the devotees' efforts to spread the Sankirtan mission, because this is Krishna's business, to spread the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the most merciful incarnation. For what purpose? To spread Krishna consciousness movement. He sent Lord Nityananda, you go to Bengal, Haridas Thakur is preaching, all the Pancha Tattvas preaching, all the devotees are chanting, dancing, and Sankirtan. And then, now, in this age, Prabhupada said, just like the Communist Party, by propaganda, so many communists, so we should flood the whole world with this Vaishnava literature, this Vedic literature, which will enlighten people and give people direction and give people hope. There's hope that there's eternal life, isn't it? If I tell you, hey, you're eternal, ever existing, undying, you're not going to die when the body is finished. Oh, how to do that? How to awaken that part of my existence? Yes, read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Krishna book. Hear about Krishna, talk about Krishna, and spread Krishna consciousness. This is much the mission of the Vaishnavas. This is Srila Prabhupada's mission to fulfill Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's desire to fulfill, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's desire to fulfill, the six Goswamis' desire to satisfy Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord himself, who is very happy that the devotees are glorifying him and appreciating his gifts. He's considering this Sankirtan as a gift. Book distribution is a gift. So gifts are meant to be given, and those who receive them should be in appreciation of that gift. And so much appreciation, they also want to give to others. So this is the whole idea of Guru Parampara. This is the whole idea of empowerment, of enlivening. Lord Chaitanya empowered Sanatana Goswami, the 6 Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta empowered Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, by his love and devotion for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and his realization that Krishna is everything. You know, when he's up after only 2 hours of rest and traveling and doing preaching, he's going from one preaching program to another preaching program, traveling from city to city. He's up at 1 o'clock in the morning on a dictaphone reciting the beautiful pastimes of Lord Balaram, Krishna. For what reason? You know, for our benefit. So we have abundance of literature, but also to study many, many books just to show your erudition that I can quote from this Purana and that Purana. That's not recommended. And Prabhupada often said in many places, these 4 books are sufficient. Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar Devotion. Of course, we have other corollaries. Because if you spend your time, I know I always repeat again and again, but if we're studying Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of devotees, under the instruction of our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, every time you read it's a newer realization. And if you're engaged in service, and if you have that determination that I want to distribute the books also for the benefit of others because people are suffering, I want to be a participant in this Krishna consciousness movement, not just eating and sleeping at the expense of Guru Maharaj. Yes, I have a nice air conditioner. I have nice prasad 3 times a day, and Mahaprasad. I know how to get that too. That's good, and you should take prasad. But at the same time, we should do something which is pleasing to Lord Balaram and pleasing to Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Lord Balaram ki. So I'm sure we're all eager for some nice kirtan. We can get ready for the Abhishek ceremony so everyone can find your nice location.